You want to just get straight into it?
Let's get straight into it.
You know they all got the sauce.
Steve Letterby, number 4, quitting at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. This is not your usual full-on podcast, but what we are going to do is a pre-Game Awards podcast. If you don't know, we I was about to say we host the Game Awards. We stream the Game Awards every year. Feel free to watch it with us. In fact, I implore you to watch it with us. December 12th, we will be watching it live. You'll see the livest, rawest reactions. And yeah, man,
So raw.
so raw. We're gonna be going into the awards raw. Yep, what he did and said and whatever that was.
Raw.
So it
Rawhide.
was rawhide. But yes. So we're gonna go over all the categories of the Game Awards. Pretty much educate anybody listening on who is elected for what and who we think will win. Also, just overall predictions of the show.
Hell yeah.
Who's gonna be what's gonna be world premiere, any kind of surprises, things like that. All the fun stuff. So before we get a move on, Chris, is there anything you would like to add to that?
I don't think so. I don't really have any major predictions at the moment. Maybe I'll think of one as we're going through all the nominations. I'll like think of something. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I got nothing. I kind of just am in it for the ride this year. I've heard there's some drama about
Uh-oh.
some of the game of the year situation. I haven't looked at this once.
Me
So
neither.
I don't know shit. I haven't seen anything. I've heard my friends talking and discussing it, obviously, but I haven't listened close enough to remember. So we're gonna see what we want to vote for. I guess we got to start
Word.
with the worst ones that we just don't know anything for. So best esports team.
Yeah, no, I don't know shit about them. Where's that at?
We got
I see.
Billy Gaming for League of
Of
Legends.
course, Billy. Yes.
Gen.G for League of Legends. Navi for Counter Strike. T1 for League of Legends. And Team Liquid for Dota 2. Cool. We're gonna
Hmm.
go. I guess we have to click previous because this website is dumb. They never
Yeah, this
do
web.
this
I'm
right.
already lost. What the hell? Hold on.
Just go to the last
I'm back.
category and then you gotta click previous every single time
You
we want to go to the next one.
you know what fucked me up? Um, you went to best esports team, and I clicked on best esports athlete.
Oh well, I'm on that currently. We're gonna skip this one too because no offense, guys, don't know it.
Who are you?
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
not
say no
really a
offense
thing.
too, because I'm sure there's an audience who
Yeah,
is like, you don't know who this is,
there's for sure an audience. It's just not a best esports
right?
game. Also going to skip that. Content creator of the year. I don't recognize any of these people. I normally
Yeah, I
at
don't know who
least
these people are.
recognize one. So I feel like that's a thing.
I don't know who any of these people are. Casio, Elajuan, Techo Gamers with a Z, Typical Gamer, and Usada Pecora. I have no idea who these
So
people
we're
are.
gonna skip this as well. Most
Man, these are easy to do.
anticipated game. Easy. Let's go through this. Recognizing an unannounced game. Oh, making
Mm-mm.
an announced game. An announced game. Why was that so hard to say?
You can't read.
True. That has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. We got
I think
Death
this is a given.
Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto is going to win that like easily.
Yeah, I feel like people are gonna vote for that, but I feel like the correct answer is like Death Stranding from like the
Really?
shit we've seen. Because I mean, it's about like the hype of moving forward. Like GTA. No, it's not gonna reinvent the wheel.
I
People
don't
are
know,
just
man. They
hyped that
do it
it's
every
coming.
time.
Do they?
They in their own way. They all right.
I
I put it like this:
guess.
In that like genre of gaming, Grand Theft Auto is the bar.
Hmm.
They dictate where that goes. So
Okay.
GTA is like how much it costs, the undertaking it takes to even have a six, the fact that they didn't need to put out a six for over 10 years now,
True.
and they just been riding five. Like six is the clear answer, the clear obvious
This
winner.
is the clear answer, but for me, Ghost of
Now that's a
Yotei.
different question. That's a different question.
I want Ghost of Yotei more than any of these other games. Ironically, I think that Death Stranding 2 is above Grand Theft Auto for me, just for personal shit. But Grand Theft Auto 6 is definitely the correct answer. I'm voting Ghost of Yotei, though. I voted, actually.
You
Haha.
did.
Moving on.
Moving
Best
on.
adaptation. Read this out. Let's go. What do we got, Ant?
Best adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. We have Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. I'm gonna pick Fallout for this.
I think Fallout is
For
the
me.
correct answer as well. And for me, like it's like what I want, but also for sure it's because create recognizing a creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game. Arcane doesn't do that. It makes something that's far better than the video game could ever want to be. No offense, League of
Mhm.
Legends, but that's just the way it is. And then Knuckles, that's not faithful to the games at all. It's just some human bullshit with Knuckles in the middle of it.
Yeah, for anyone who wants to watch the Knuckles show, watch the first one episode and then the last episode.
That's all
Nothing
you
in the
need.
middle is like important.
All right. I was gonna give it a chance, but maybe I just do that. I haven't seen the Like a Dragon Yakuza show. Didn't even know it was a thing, if I'm being honest. And
I
the
didn't
same
see
thing goes for Tomb Raider. I forgot that that was becoming a thing. So that's on me, but Fallout for sure.
Fallout's definitely it.
Fallout. I voted. Moving
Well
on.
done.
Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of the game genre or platform.
I'm
Call
interested
of
in your
Duty,
pick for this.
Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, or Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2.
I'm really just
Huh.
asking you which one of the first two.
Yeah, because I feel like I mean, I want it to be Helldivers,
Mhm.
but I think Black Ops will get it just because it's not a bad COD, sadly.
And it
Like as
already
much
has
as
the
I,
Call of Duty cachet.
yeah, like as much as I hate to say I hate this game and I went on and install it and all that jazz, it's not a bad COD. So it's hard, but Helldivers 2 is like still fun. Like I just played it the other day and it felt good, and I want to play it again. But I'm voting Helldivers 2 personally.
Word.
So yeah, what do you think?
Um,
Defend Nintendo.
I haven't played much of either, so I would have to. It's between the first two, obviously, and I think if I have to pick one of these, I'm gonna go Call of Duty.
Hell yeah. You still gotta download that shiz.
I
They
know,
just added
but I
prop
played
hunt.
a Call of Duty before, and I played Helldivers also. And if I had to go between the two, I'd pick Call of
This next one I think we can skip, but just as a fan of
Duty.
it, I'm voting WWE
I'm about to
2K24.
say, of course you would vote that.
We're just
Best
gonna
sports slash
best sports
racing.
are racing. We're not even gonna talk about it. We're WWE. We're moving on. It's all about the game and how you play it.
Word.
What do we got next here?
Best sim strategy game.
Do we want to discuss this one or skip again? Because we don't really have introspective in this.
I have not played any of these, nor do I know anything about any of these.
So moving on. Best family for the best
Oh,
game
man.
appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform.
Mhm.
Astro Bot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire.
Astrobot. Out of
Yeah.
these, Astrobot. Plucky
I feel like,
Squire was
yeah.
fun. Zelda is pretty good. Echoes of Wisdom. I don't mind that game. I'm still
But
that's a
Mario Party is like, this is a good Mario Party. I've played it like once or
I've heard.
twice. I
I told my family I would buy that because I heard it got good reviews, and then Trent said he wanted to play it, and then Adrian said she wanted to play it. So now
mhm.
we're going to have our own Mario Party jamboree.
Hell yeah. That
Now.
sounds awesome. It sounds like a good ass
Plus, we
time.
could use it for content.
I guess, yeah, that is true. We could also do that.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, I would love to give it to Astrobot, but I feel like Mario Party is more of like a family thing. Like Astrobot, it was hard. Like Astrobot
It
had its
was.
moments where I was like, ain't nobody beating this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Definitely those shape
So
levels.
I'm gonna go with Super Mario Party Jamboree personally.
Wow. Did not see that coming. I think I'm sticking with
I love
Astrobot.
Astrobot, but it's just me.
All
Next
good.
up, what do we got?
Best fighting for the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. Starting off, we got Dragon Ball, Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiverses, and Tekken 8. Personally, this is between Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball. It's hard only because like Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection are games that were already a
Hmm.
thing, you know what I mean? It wasn't really new, it was just a collection of older games, and as much as I love Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and all those Capcom Versus games, I'm going Sparking Zero, not only because it's good, it was it was surprisingly good. It
Yeah.
was like I didn't expect to enjoy this as much as I did. I didn't think it would be bad, but I didn't expect to like it that much.
Oh, for sure. I have
For it to
nothing
have the
more to
addictive
add.
gameplay that it has.
100%. I agree with you. I will never touch any of the rest of these games unless we maybe get back in multiverses at some point, even though we talk about it and then never do it.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen. So Sparking Zero gets my vote as well.
Word.
Moving on. What do we got next? Best RPG for the best game design with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experience. Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, which is a DLC
Yeah, that was the whole not conspiracy. What's the word I'm thinking of?
drama.
That is where the drama came from because
Drama.
everybody was like, "Can DLC should DLC be eligible for an award?"
I don't see why not. I mean, if it's large enough slash if enough people vote, here's the if people vote for it, then yes. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you put the DLC in the category and people are like, "Oh yeah, that's what I want," and it wins, then the answer is yes. A fucking DLC should be in it because that's what people want.
I think it depends on the depth. For me, like if just going blindly, not even talking about Elden Ring.
Mhm.
If the DLC has enough depth to where it's hours of gameplay, like to the point where it could be its own thing, then I think that's fine. And when it comes to Elden Ring, I think like I'm not mad at it. But I do also agree with quite frankly in the chat, I do think DLC in addition to this should have its own
Yeah,
category like best DLC of the
I
year or
agree.
something like
For sure. There should be a best DLC, but also Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree does belong in this, I think, as well at the same time. Like it can be both. Like it's like a square is also a rectangle, you know?
I get it.
So it belongs, I think. But Final Fantasy Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor Refantasio at the end there. Uh
Mhm.
I own one of these games and have played about 20 minutes of it.
Which one?
So I
Dragon's
bought
Dogma?
Dragon's Dogma thinking that I was gonna put so much time into it. And then I think at the time when I bought it, I was like, you know what? New Cyberpunk playthrough. And then completely forgot about the fact that I own it.
I
But
too own one of these games and put 20 minutes into it, and that is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
hell yeah. You know what? Let's both vote for our 20-minute games.
Fine, that's fine. We even each
That's
other
called
up.
democracy.
Here we go.
Moving backwards, I guess, technically.
Mhm.
Next, best action adventure.
For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. I'm
Honestly,
I'd have to go with either personally Astrobot or Prince of Persia. Um I'm gonna go Prince of Persia for this.
I would love to go Prince of Persia. I just haven't had the chance to play it yet, so I can't give an opinion, sadly.
Mhm.
Still haven't played Star Wars Outlaws. I've heard the worst things about it. Silent Hill, I don't fuck with this shit. I don't fuck with the spooky stuff. And then Echoes, I'm not touching. Astrobot it is for me on my end, for sure.
I I think I think my personal pick is Prince of Persia. What I see winning, I think, is Astrobot.
All right.
Only because I feel like Prince of Persia was such a smaller game
Oh
for a
yeah, for
specific
sure.
audience. So on a broader scale, something for the Game Awards, I'd go like I think Astrobot's gonna get it.
For sure. I think Prince of Persia looked great. I just know that I'm not good at those game types, so I'd have a badass. I would have a very bad time. Next
All
up,
good.
best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focuses primarily on combat. You got Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Personally, I'm going to say Helldivers. I think Helldivers far exceeds this because it's just fucking great. Um,
Mhm.
even though you're doing the same thing a lot of the time over and over and over again, there's ways to make it fun constantly, and the combat is always fun depending on what loadout you have. I
Right.
have Black Myth Wukong. I've played it live on stream. Haven't touched it since I've started playing Resident Evil 4 because that's more of a fun game, to be honest with you.
Mm, gotcha.
So there's that. Um,
Wait, hold on. What's up, Trent? Go ask mommy to open it. All right, come on, hurry up. I'm recording. I'm live right now.
how dare he need
I know.
opened
He wants me to open a taffy.
a taffy?
What the fuck? This now I see why you needed help. It's one of those like there we go. Those caramel apple taffy, so the caramel is all stuck to the inside of the
Oh, like
paper.
the lollipop Jones.
Yeah.
Nice.
All
I
right.
might get. I would want to get like a bag of them at some point. You know what? I want to order from Amazon. You know the lollipops you would get from the bank when you were a kid.
They had was there one standard bank lollipop?
Yeah, dude. There was like this like flat, specific lollipop that you would get with like a clear wrapper that was like a square at the banks that we would go to as a kid. Like my mom would be like at the fucking tube thing, and they
Yeah.
would send back fucking lollipops, and they were sick. You would always want the lemon because lemon fucking slaps, or green. Those fucking
Lemon's always a good choice.
so good.
Always go for lemon or blue, whatever the blue raspberry, I guess is the flavor, but it's
Yeah,
always
the
good.
the blue flavor.
Yeah.
All right. So best actually Helldivers 2. I don't think Stellar Blade is my cup of tea, and then Warhammer I really do want to play because it looks like Helldivers, but
Mhm.
with a franchise behind it. So
I really wanna play Warhammer. I was talking to somebody recently who said it's really good, and if you played Gears of War, you would love Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine,
mhm.
40K Space Marine 2, so I'm
Nice.
really thinking about it. Who I think will win? I just think Call of Duty has such a humongous cachet that it's gonna win. Every time I see Call of Duty, if like Call of Duty is like GTA 6 to me. Like if I see it in a category, I just assume the billions of people who play that and how strong
Yeah,
their cachet is. I just feel like they win everything.
I'm voting Helldivers. I don't want to give Call of Duty their props. I don't want them to have it. Makes me feel worse for some reason. Best VR AR. I don't think we can talk on this because we don't
I've
really
played
have
none of these
experience. I'm gonna vote Batman because
because
Batman.
Batman. Yeah, there
Moving
you go. That's
on.
a perfect
Best
reason.
mobile game. For the best playable on a mobile device. AFK Journey. We were sponsored by them at one point.
Mhm.
Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Wuthering Waves, or Zenless Zone Zero. Boy,
I
oh
think
boy.
Balatro gets this easily.
The answer is Balatro, but I can't wait till the next podcast episode because I have been playing the Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, and
Mhm.
it is a good time. I like it. It's fun.
I'm
It's a
glad.
nice little thing to have to do like every day. It's like almost like Tamagotchi, but card packs. Um, so it's fun, and I can't wait to talk about it. Balatro wins this hands down, though. I've not
Yeah,
played
Balatro
Balatro.
easy.
I've seen every single one of my friends slowly become a Balatro like lover. I watch people
So
play
did
it and
I.
have a great time, and then I just don't understand what's happening.
You know me and cards. Takes a lot to get
Yeah,
into a card game. But Balatro has gotten such praise that I'm just like, do I have to play this? Like, do I have to figure this out?
I think
I don't
so.
know, but I think Balatro is like the easy winner.
Speaking of Balatro, next up in best debut indie, what do we got?
For best debut indie game created by a new independent studio. Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, The Plucky Squire. I think Balatro also wins this.
I very much agree. I'd love it if Plucky Squire could maybe get it because I had a great time playing it. But um, if I had to pick two, I'd probably put it between Animal Well and Balatro more likely.
Animal Well was fun. I beat Animal
Yeah.
Well. I don't while Animal Well had a good like cult following because there's so many secrets in that game, you can uncover things in different ways, and that was a good like saw a lot of people coming together about that online.
Hmm.
But that Balatro, like when that wave hit, that was insane.
Yeah. Well, Balatro it is. Next up, best independent game for outstanding creative and technical
What?
achievement in a
Wait, wait, wait,
game.
wait. What was the one we just did? Oh, debut indie game.
Debut indie, now best indie for outstanding
Okay.
creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei, and the Laser Eyes, Neva, or UFO 50. I forgot Neva came out, and I need to look into playing that now.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
wanted to play UFO 50 too. I just never downloaded it.
I've not seen that, but the art style makes me want to go check it out.
You know when
Um,
UFO 50 was shown? It was shown was it what was it after? Like an Xbox showcase? It was after a showcase where we're like, "This is better than the actual
oh, one
showcase."
of the
The indie
indie
showcase?
showcases that are
Yeah.
just always better.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was it was in one of those. That's where UFO
I'll
50
check
was.
that out after this for sure. Then, I'm thinking probably Balatro again.
I think Balatro is gonna do a lot. Like, it's gonna do better than people think it's
Yeah,
gonna do.
for sure. I think that that's another thing that was talked about a lot is that it might be in a specific category that is coming up very, very late, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Um, but next up, we got best community sport.
Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates/patches. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, No Man's Sky. Um, I feel like it's either going to be Baldur's Gate 3 or Fortnite just because it's Fortnite and they're always on top of Fortnite.
Yeah. I feel bad for No Man's Sky because I know they're still doing shit like all the time for their
The journey of No
community.
Man's Sky is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Um, I definitely No Man's Sky, I think Hello Games does a very good job at tying up those loose ends. Coming like, coming
Coming
correct with
back.
their promises that they make.
Mhm.
I just think if I had to think of the broad audience, I don't think as many people now are thinking about No Man's Sky like
Yeah.
they were a couple of years ago. That's not to take away from No Man's Sky, but if I had to think about the Game Awards audience, I don't think they're voting for No Man's Sky.
Yeah. I'm in between. I feel like Helldivers could also, in theory, be there as well because they're constantly talking to their community.
True.
I don't know enough about the Final Fantasy Online experience to comment on this, so that's the only reason why I don't think it's super relevant. But yeah, Fortnite or Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate just announced 12 new subclasses that are coming out from the game after their final patch was like final. So they keep doing more now
Right.
afterwards. So yeah, fuck yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, you get it from my vote. I've put too much time into you already.
True that.
Best ongoing awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy number,
14
Fortnite. Sure.
number.
Number. Fortnite, Helldivers 2. I feel
I
like
don't know.
Fortnite gets it for me just cuz like I don't know if you
Is
saw
it
it, but
Fortnite?
they just did a concert event again and it was Juice World. Dude, it was fucking good. It was so surprising how good it was. Like everyone on Twitter right after was just like freaking out. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they were like
Like, shit like that is why Fortnite will always be in these categories every year
yeah.
unless they just stop Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
Um,
They just added so much like new shit too for this season. Like I was playing this morning for like maybe I think it was yesterday too. But I was playing a lot. And
mhm,
the new shit is fun as fuck. There's like a wall jump shit that you can like bounce off walls left and right now and you can
get
kick
little wall
off
kicks.
walls. Yeah, and it's super fucking cool. So I gotta give it to Fortnite.
I
I
can't keep
felt out
that
of
up.
love for Destiny too, so sadly.
I think Destiny 2 is the easiest one to get rid of on this list.
Yeah. I mean, they just had their final expansion. That's their final expansion, so I can see why it's here, but no
Yeah,
thank you.
word.
Next up, games for impact. This is always the section where we're like, I wish I played that.
Um, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message, closer closer the distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, Tales of Kenzira Zao. I know CLD has played that if it's the game I'm
Yeah, it's off
thinking.
the screen slightly just because there's an extra category this time. There's one
Um,
more than normal.
yeah. Um, I don't know enough to answer this
I
based
don't
on
know
these
either.
games.
I just always love when we get to this section and we're just immediately like, "Hey, I really wanted to play this. Oh, this looks really cool. I like the look of that." And then we never play it. We gotta make a
Has that
point
happened
to
every year?
every year. I don't think there's been one game that I've gone back and played for Games for Impact. We gotta
We
check
gotta
out.
start
We'll do the research, but
we gotta
we'll
start
see.
getting impact from these games.
We'll do a Games for Impact series where we play ones from previous years since we've been slacking. But these always look cool. So
Well, they better be good because then I'll feel bad if we're like, "Man,
yeah,
these games
right.
for impact suck."
Next up, innovation and accessibility.
Ooh. recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Star Wars Outlaws. Um
I don't know.
by the sheer weight of Call of Duty and everything they put into this recent one, I'll just lean Call of Duty.
I guess, yeah. Apparently, there's like a bunch of customizable stuff when it comes to like your HUD and whatnot, and I assume controllers and that John and like all that they normally do every single time, just
Mhm.
because it's the most accessible game that has to be, because everybody
Yeah,
fucking plays it no matter what. I don't know anything about Diablo 4, Dragon Age, the Veilguard.
that just came out. I haven't heard enough about it
I've seen like a
this
ton
to
of TikToks about it that are like weirdly like it's okay, but also what the fuck, and then kind of I don't know. I get weird vibes from it. I don't know why.
Mhm.
Um, Prince of Persia, Lost Crown haven't touched, and then Outlaws. Nobody's playing that shit.
After
Like,
going through all of these, it's definitely Call of Duty.
yeah, it
Prince of
has to
Persia
be.
Prince of Persia is on too much even though I like it, it's on too small of a scale. It didn't even sell enough, and they were complaining about that with this Prince of Persia game.
Yeah,
That I don't think enough people experienced it to even have an opinion. Star Wars Outlaws had bad reviews. Dragon Age, I feel like it's too Veilguard is too recent. Diablo 4 has been out for a long enough time to the point where I don't think many people have a comment about it as far as
yeah.
like recency goes.
Features. Yeah.
So immediately that plus the weight of Call of Duty being Call of Duty, everything you just said about it, I think it's
Hmm.
just gonna be a landslide with that.
For sure. Yeah. I don't know. I can't comment on Diablo obviously just because that's just not in my zeitgeist, but I could see that being the one that it competes with most likely at the top 2,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Next up though, we got best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. We got Brianna White for Final Fantasy Rebirth, Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double Exposure, Humberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws,
Humberly.
Humberly, Luke Roberts for Silent Hill 2, and Melina Jurgens for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Um,
Uh,
haven't touched any of these games.
I it, it would be I haven't really I like I said, I played 20 minutes of Final Fantasy, but I would like to know like who did they voice? Like why is it just the game? They didn't voice the whole game. What's the character you voiced?
That's a great question.
Who are these people? Like how do I know because at least if I knew that and
I
could be like,
know
okay,
this is the
well,
main character of Hellblade, and she
right.
does like the face capture animation. It's crazy for these games, and she acts the fuck out of them. So I'm gonna give it to her personally.
I think that's a good choice.
That's the only. If I can recognize you out of the list of four, that's where I'm going to. Then I'm immediately click on it. Life is Strange is probably the main character. Don't know it, and the
I
same
mean,
thing
I
with
would
her.
assume main characters, yeah, like CLD just said that in the chat too. It's
Yeah.
just that like for like people like us, like me and you, everybody in the chat is like we're in like we're super tuned into the gaming zeitgeist. So yes, we can assume that. But if I was somebody like yeah, I played this game like maybe once or twice, a very, very casual gamer, I'd be like, well, I want to know exactly who this was
Hmm.
in this game.
I mean, I could Google it. It's just not going to be nice for the YouTube video, so we're not going to do that.
Let's move on.
Moving on, best audio design.
Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Astrobot, Call of Duty, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, Silent Hill 2. I don't
Audio?
know what to pick for this. Like sound design, like I could go Astrobot just because it was so much going on. The controller was making sounds and all that stuff. But I don't think
Yeah.
the sound of Astrobot would be the sound of Call of Duty. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm personally gonna give it to Astrobot because I mean, Call of Duty is just Call of Duty. Your audio settings can get fucked up like every other day, practically, if you're playing multiplayer and shit like that. So it's not the best. Obviously, you can fine tune it to your best of your ability, but like as far as like sound design, like having the controller doing the little pitter patters and shit while you're like listening to it in your ears and also hearing it there, it was great. It
The
was a
sound
good
design is
time.
amazing. Yeah.
So like
Uh,
I think Astrobot gets it for me. I just can't comment on the bottom half of the list with Rebirth, Hellblade, or
well,
Silent Hill 2.
if Hellblade 2 has the same sound design or better than 1, then I could see that being a front runner. But I
Mhm.
feel like since Hellblade 2 was such, I don't want to say a letdown, but a fall from grace from the first one, like it didn't get the same praise. I feel
Mhm.
like that hurts it because less people really experienced it.
That's valid. Yeah.
That takes it off the table for me. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. I mean, the Final Fantasy the first one had great sound design and everything, but nothing that would make me be like, "Oh, this sound design is better than Call of Duty," or
Mhm.
actually, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Uh,
do anything crazy or outland like for me to be like, "Oh, definitely
for sure.
that."
I think I'm voting Astrobot though for this. For sure.
All right,
Next up, yo, what's up, Robbie in the chat? How you doing?
Robbie, what up?
Next up,
Best score and music for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack. Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor, Refantasio, Silent Hill 2, Stellar Blade. See, we're getting to that point with the categories where we're just seeing the same games
yeah, we're getting
over
there.
and over.
I mean, again, Astrobot for me. I love the fucking music in this game.
The music was very good.
It was
I'll give it
very
that.
well done. Every single song felt different, and it felt great to the environments. It was a good ass time. The others I have not touched.
I can't see Silent Hill 2's music and score beating Astrobot.
Yeah,
I
I mean
can't
maybe
see
Final Fantasy because it's Final Fantasy, but
right, and
Astrobot,
they're
man,
always good, but Astrobot was different, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
it
I
was
never
different and
played
good.
I never played Stellar Blade, I never played Metaphor, so for all I know well, Metaphor is made by the Persona people, and
Hmm.
Persona 5 was known for, like, its amazing music and stuff. So,
That's
I don't
true.
know, that could be an upset, that can be something that's, like, a surprise right there.
That is true. I think I'm voting Astrobot. He's little guys getting all the fucking trophies from me. All
Word.
right. Next up, best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Metaphor Refantasio, and Neva. I would love if Neva won because indie, and that'd be really cool.
Mhm.
I feel like Elden Ring will end up winning it just because the boss designs in that game are amazing compared to Black Myth Wukong. I assume they're similar levels, but Elden Ring is Elden Ring.
I was about to
Um,
ask, what do you think about Black Myth Wukong in this category?
I mean, I get it. It makes sense because like it has some kooky designs for all the big scary monsters you're fighting and shit.
Mhm.
But like Elden Ring does that to perfection. As much as I don't like that game because I'm not good at it, and it's not my type of game, I can look at it and be like, "Holy shit, that's fucking neat."
Right.
Um, the only other thing that I would say is like maybe Metaphor Ray Fantasio is in that category too, but I just don't really fuck with Persona at all. So I
Do
don't
you
know.
think Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree being DLC hurts it in this category? Like, do you
No,
think people won't vote for it just based off the fact that Elden Ring was already a thing?
I mean I can get why people are complaining about it, but like, eh. Here's the thing: the only reason I complain about it is if like they just gave it to them casually, and if this wasn't a fan voted event, like it's fan voted,
Mhm.
Obviously, there's like a panel somewhere that's making the decisions to put these lists together and shit. But like when it comes to the votes, if they say Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, then they say it. But if they don't, they don't. It's whatever. Like I don't think it's that deep. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I got you.
people are like hella mad about it, and I'm like, they don't even care about these awards. Kind of most times, it's just a way for Keeley to shill out some games and make some money. You know?
Hey, listen, man, Gilly's doing it though.
He is doing it, but it's just like
I think it
if
has enough eyes
it's
on it
that
now where people are
big.
starting to take it that seriously. It's huge. Like,
If it's big enough to make the list, then it deserves to be on the list. Like obviously this year there haven't been that many insane art direction or game hits that are up here. A lot of stuff fell
right.
flat, which is fine.
Not mad
But
at that.
we got a little
But that
bum
was
here.
this year was always going to be that though.
Yeah. And then next year's gonna be fucking insane. As
Right.
always. But I'm gonna vote Neva just because I really wanted Indy to win this, and I think that'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Not
played it
mad at
yet,
that.
but I really like the design.
It's nominated so much now. I'm like, okay, do I need to look into this game?
Oh, I need to, yeah. Next up, we had Best Narrative for Outstanding Storytelling and Narrative Development in a Game. Final Fantasy Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Yes, the story of all these games that I know. I know all of their stories.
I'm gonna guess they're gonna give it to Final Fantasy here. I think this is when that game finally gets an award.
Yeah, I think Final Fantasy for sure.
It's just a beloved story, and if we're going off narrative, I mean, it's a reliable narrative that people can play. Now, honestly, I mean, if I'm being honest, I didn't play Like a Dragon or Metaphor or Hellblade 2 or Silent Hill 2, not the remake anyway. Um,
Hmm.
so hey, if one of those win like that, they just know something I don't.
True. But yeah, I'm gonna give the vote to Final Fantasy there. Best game direction. We got another one where there's too many fucking nominations and it goes off the screen.
Awarded
Uh,
for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio. You know, the games you could have guessed were going to be in this category
I
based
want
on
to
them.
give it to Balatro out
For
of all of
direction?
these. Yeah, because Card
Direction. You know what?
creative
I
vision
can
was
see why you say
Card.
that. I can see why you say that looking at these games because outside of Balatro, every other game is a formula we've seen.
Yeah,
Um, so if somebody wanted something new and we're looking for a different direction, Balatro would be it. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of what an upset could be. What else would somebody pick? Um,
I don't really think that Black Myth Wukong really reinvented the wheel when it came to Soulsborne, so I don't know why it's on the list. Like it's definitely good and it looks good and it's voice acting cast at least for I like the original voice acting cast and not the English.
so you're
Um
saying because I think the word that stands out in the description is it's not innovative, so it doesn't
yeah,
give enough
it
innovation.
doesn't
Okay,
do anything that's like crazy or like out of this world. Balatro is a fucking card game that took the world by storm that came out both on like consoles and Steam and now mobile as well and it's just everywhere. Like
true.
the creative vision behind it, like it's fucking captured everyone. I don't know. It
Mhm.
innovated something. I don't know what the game is still, but it clearly innovated,
Clearly,
judging by the way that my friends are acting and the times that that they have on Steam playing the game. For
right.
sure.
Elden Ring is still Elden Ring. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is still Final Fantasy. Metaphor ReFantazio is similar to
Yeah.
Persona. So if we're going based off the word innovation and creative vision, I guess Balatro would be it.
Yeah. I don't really think Astrobot did anything either.
You
Like
didn't. It's
crazy.
just
Like it's
more of like, oh, you liked that thing we put out? Here's a
yeah.
more fleshed out version.
The final one, I believe.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor, ReFantazio. Man, it's almost like we said these same games on the previous one.
I think we did.
All right, real quick.
Interesting.
Let's say what's not going to win this. Black Myth is not going to win this. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is not going to win this. I don't think Metaphor is going to win this.
Yeah, I think this is a fight. I don't think Astrobot should win this, to be
I don't think
honest.
Astrobot wins this.
It is a fight between Balatro and Elden Ring, which is insane. An indie game versus a DLC for Game of the Year.
Versus a damn near quadruple A game DLC.
I want Balatro to win because that's so crazy. First of all, the orchestra this year is going to be insane.
Yeah, like they have to put all this together.
Yeah, like I am really disappointed. I think John is as well that we don't get to hear the Helldivers music played by the orchestra. But
That would have been pretty good.
that would have been so fucking. We were so close. Not really. Apparently not. Because the DLC made it here. But god damn, man. Yeah, I think Balatro might take it for Game of the Year, which means that I should have probably bought it during the Steam sale. So
I think just looking at these categories have sold me on Balatro now.
for sure. Time to make Ant a card game, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's all of our Game Awards predictions, which is great. And that was in.
You know what? Wait, hold on. CLD said I think people are going to pick Elden Ring. I could see that happening just based on the controversy it caused. I should say.
It's a coin flip, honestly, between those two. I just want the card game to win because that'd be sick.
It would. Velatro had a lot of mentions on my Twitter feed. Like people were playing the shit out of that game.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I broke everything. There we go. There's our full cameras again. All right. So we've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Now we play Vibio games.
Wait.
Oh.
The fun question now.
Okay.
What is shown? What surprises, world premieres? What do you think is going to be shown at this thing at the Game Awards?
I think we get a cinematic trailer for the Cyberpunk sequel that is very short, like a teaser trailer, like nothing serious, pretty much like because they already announced that they're working on the next thing. Some sort of like Cyberpunk situation, just to be like, hey, yo, it's being worked on. This is what it's gonna be like, kinda. That's it.
Not mad
Other than that, I could see maybe more gameplay from Ghost of Yotei.
I could see that.
Like maybe like a small snippet. Definitely no Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Don't think so? I was gonna say like they finally
Nah,
show that.
they will not. I think they already confirmed that it's not as well on like
They did?
what's it called? Yeah, on like Twitter or some shit. But yeah, that's not happening. And then I don't know. What celebrity do you think is going to show up? Or here's the thing. Time out before anything. The only thing that matters, what Muppet will be there on stage with Jeff Keighley?
What Muppet? Was there a Muppet
Yeah,
last time?
there's a Muppet every year.
What Muppet showed up last time?
I will pull up the lore. Jeff Keighley
Snarwalls,
and
what up? Bib Extra, what
Muppets.
up?
Hey, what's up, everybody in the chat? Okay. Let's see. So Animal was 1 year, and then it was also Gonzo another year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are 2, at least. Yeah, I think 2.
Oh, then that
Oh yeah,
means like
Ninja was on the Game Awards with the little flea guy.
oh yeah.
That was the thing that happened as well. So there's 3.
So then like Kermit's overdue, right?
Nah, Kermit ain't gonna be here. He's the main head honcho. He doesn't need to.
He doesn't do award shows.
He don't fucking do award shows. He's too high up there. I think it's gonna be motherfucking Fozzie Bear.
That's a good one. That's a good one for a Game Award stage.
Yeah, we're getting Fozzie Bear this year for sure.
Okay.
I'm calling it.
I'm trying to think of what I think is gonna be there. I said it all year, so I feel like I still want to say the surprise Silk Song game is coming. It's gonna be shown
I don't
finally.
think so. Sorry.
Because every other showcase, I was like, nope, it's good. They're gonna hold it for Game Awards. So I'm gonna say Silk Song. They mentioned it like early on, but never went back. The 007 game that they said was in the works by IO, the Hitman people, they've
Ooh,
never shown that yet.
that could be
I think that would
good.
be dope to see. I think we get more of that Gears of War game that was shown. That was world premiered at the
Oh
Xbox
yeah,
event, or
what was
the
that called
teaser
again?
trailer,
D-Day or
um,
something like that, or
something like
G-Day.
that.
It's some sort of day when they all
Yeah,
dropped the
yeah,
bugs or whatever. I don't fucking know the lore. Who am
yeah.
I? I don't know what else
I
there could be.
I'm trying to think of a wild ass.
Let's see what the internet is predicting. I can do a quick. We have the technology Google. What
We do have that.
will be shown at the Game Awards 2024? Dun-dun-dun. Nominees? Nope. I don't care about that.
You should have wrote predictions, announcement predictions. I oh, the reveal of the Switch 2 has been like super like, is it now? Is it now? Is it this month? Is it that month? And now the rumor is January. I don't think Nintendo would show that outside of their own showcase, but I think it would be funny or cool if they showed a game that's going to world premiere with that system
Mm-hmm.
with no information. Like they just give you like, oh shit, it's Mario Kart. Where are you up to? 9? It's Mario Kart 9, but it doesn't say Switch, it doesn't say Switch 2, it says nothing. They just show you like
Mm.
a teaser trailer of it and that's it.
Okay. Um, do you think we get like a full trailer for GTA 6?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know, man, because Rockstar kind of is doing the same thing where they just show their shit with their
Yeah,
shit.
but I mean, how long has it been since they've shown any shit?
True that. Shit
You
need to be
know?
shown.
I mean, it's the perfect time. It's the perfect excuse to.
Yeah.
What else? What else could be a thing?
I think it
Uh,
was a good idea that you said with the next the game that you're looking forward to the most.
Ghost of
Um
Yotei.
yeah, Ghost of Yotei is a good one. Oh, Code Darkness says maybe finally the Wolverine trailer.
Wolverine trailer.
That's not a
I don't
bad
know,
idea.
man. It's been so quiet from
But Sony's
Insomniac.
so like on themselves too. Like Sony didn't do a or am I just not remembering it? The showcase this year that they usually do?
No,
They didn't do it.
did nothing.
So maybe.
Canceled the Spider-Man DLC entirely.
Yeah. So maybe.
That's the
There's
thing that
been
happened. It's
there's
depressing.
also been rumors about God of War remakes of the older games.
Mm-hmm.
Um I don't know. I don't know. This year hasn't really given me anything that I'm just like, "Oh, this is definitely gonna be there." You know what I mean? But there's a whole lot
Yeah.
of maybes, a whole lot of maybes, a whole lot of, this could show up. But I actually like that because it'll be like an actual legitimate like
Surprise.
surprise if
Yeah.
some big shit shows up.
I'm looking forward to
Junior
it.
AO got the sauce.
It is on the 12th, is right. And this one
Yep,
shows.
Thursday.
We'll be streaming it live. I don't know if we'll be in person or if we'll be digital, but it'll be live no matter what.